Morning traders, and this is your Aussie day trade setup for today. So on the daily we have got a second bearish signal. So the first one was this pin bar, and now we have a piercing pattern. And this piercing pattern is when price gaps up above the previous day's close and then closes sort of halfway down the previous bar. The thing that's really interesting at the moment is that this 200 EMA, the purple line here, is what is holding up price. You see that? To the top and the bottom at the moment. So we kind of tagged it yesterday and then closed just above it. Okay, this to me is very much a potential bearish signal. Only thing that concerns me is the awesome oscillator is very flat, so momentum is zero, which we know that. So it's been what's been happening. And technically the trend is still up. We've had a trend reversal here, and it is technically still to the upside. If we start moving down through the time frames, looking at the 3 hour, you can see just total confusion. So at this stage, we've had a trend break here. Let's take it from here. So we've had a trend break here, back in above it, back down, and then we had this retest was rejected and down. Okay, so even on the 3 hour, trend is still up, but we do have this massive consolidation here. Now the US markets sort of sank quite a bit at the close last night, and Nasdaq finished down 0.8%. Okay, Dow finished down 0.15, and the S&P finished down 0.36. But I think the key thing here is the Nasdaq, because basically what that means, Tencent is down 1.89% at the moment. Hang Seng is down 1% right now. US dollar 14.63, so that's going to bode well for shorts as well. So in other words, for me today, I think we're looking at a gap down and followed by shorts. Okay, looking at the hour, we've had 2, 3, 4, 5 days of pretty much nothing. We'll actually go back a little bit. 6, 7, 8. So we've had 8 days of pretty much confusion. And look at the awesome oscillator on the hour. You see that? That just indicates confusion. Nobody knows what's going on. Now, looking at the hour, we have had a break of the alligator, and then we immediately went back above the alligator. Then we turned back below the alligator. So pretty difficult yesterday, and yesterday was a crazy day at the open. I'll just get to that now. But for me right now, alligator is pointing down on the hour, and we are kind of at this level here where there's been a lot of interaction around, and I am anticipating a move to the downside. So I'm kind of anticipating this as a head and shoulders. Okay, so let's just get right down to levels. Half hour story is exactly the same. Trend change, 12 minutes is pretty much the same thing. Trend change, retest, retest again, and now I'm expecting a gap down. Okay, now if we just look at what happened yesterday, I'm going to go to the 5 minute for this, and this is where it makes it so difficult to trade. So you're expecting a retest here, which you got, but in one 5 minute candle you get a 187 point move. Okay, closes on its low, and that is the opening bar. Okay, then immediately reverses with a, well, moves down there, and then turns and generates a 369 point move to the upside. So the minute you see this, you think, okay, this is pretty much looking good. This is a long. And then it reverses again to the downside. And then the reversal back to the upside is just more gradual and a little bit more in tune with life before pewtering back down again. So you can see this was complete confusion at the open. And, if you did get caught on this, I mean, I got caught on this both times. So jumped in on this to the downside, and then was watching this bar climb like that and got out immediately, made a loss there. Then I jumped in on the break of this one for the upside and got stopped out of that one, made another loss there. So anyway, normally when you see this kind of stuff, just take a deep breath and let it play out. Let it eventually play out before looking for the opportunity to trade. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just move across to the ichimoku. I just want to double check a few things before confirming my direction. We are looking for shorts. We have broken through the cloud here, and can pretty much argue we tested the cloud there, and when we closed below it, now we've tested it. We haven't had a bearish crossover. So what we do have is Chico span on price here. So I'm expecting it to open, that'll come through price. We've got a twist, and then I'm expecting this crossover inside the cloud. So just bear in mind the crossover for Kijinsen, Tekinson, if it's sort of a bearish crossover above the cloud, it's a weakish signal. This is a stronger signal. If a crossover is below the cloud, it's an even stronger signal. Okay, so at this stage we've got a fairly strong signal, not the strongest, but it's fairly strong, that we're going to be moving to the downside. Okay, looking at the 4 hour, you can see Kijinsen is holding up price. Buyers coming in off this area, and this just shows you how the ichimoku is designed to pick up support and resistance areas. Okay, so flat Kijinsen always is an area where you're going to be looking for buyers to step in. Okay, and if you look to the left, you'll always find some fractal or some area where the buyers would be coming in. Okay, so at this stage, the trend is to the upside. It is pretty strong to the upside as well. Okay, so there's my trend line, and then I have another trend line over there. Okay, so any gap down that breaks these trends, expect some kind of a pullback to come and test the trend, and that will be your signal to get short. Now your short is something that you're going to be looking back to. Well, there's a couple of flat clouds here, so wherever you see a flat bit of cloud, that is the area you're looking to sort of get in. So bear in mind, the bigger trend is to the upside. So whatever pullback happens at the moment, it's not signifying a massive move to the downside yet. Only once we break through the cloud to the downside is the trend reversed from an ichimoku perspective. So what you're looking for at the moment is the gap down, break of these trend lines, then you're looking for support on the cloud, and you also have this fractal level here. Okay, so this is the inside fractal. There's the next inside fractal there. These ones here are not areas you want to be focusing on. Okay, so this is the one you're looking for, and that lines up with the cloud. So that area there is around 49,700. Okay, so just get rid of the noise, and you can see we've had the break of the cloud. Chico span is through price again, point to the downside. This is still bearish. Okay, we don't have a twist at the moment. So, and the cloud is very thin here. So the potential for this thing to break through this on the daily is pretty strong. Okay, and the other thing is on the daily, okay, 61.8 is what we've been flirting with. I'd almost be looking at something like this. And that is 47240. Okay, so there was my first move down, bit of a pullback, and now looking to come and test these lows again. Okay, so on the daily, that looks very possible. It does look possible. I think this trend line is what we're looking to break at the moment. If that breaks today and we get a daily close below that, I think that measured move is on. Okay, so for today, just go to the belly here. So just to simplify things today, I am looking for a short. We are expecting a pretty big gap down at the moment, so whatever gap down we get, wait for a pullback, wait for price action to tell you that there's an opportunity, and then get in. So pullbacks that I would expect would be to any of these breaks, depends how big that gap is. Okay, don't try and chase it at the open, let it play out, let the pullback happen, and then you can jump in on that short. Okay, unless you're short already. Okay, so that's kind of my view for today. I'm looking for shorts, and we do have a bit of a head and shoulders here, shoulder, head, shoulder. So quite a bit of structure here, which if we do break, you are looking for a measured move. Let's just be conservative, something like along the lines of that. And let's just look to the left to see what is there. Now we do have a gap here. Nothing really. Okay, there is an inside tail here, but I would pretty much be looking for this retest here. Okay, 49,338 or 49,340, 49,350 to be safe, just to allow for the ambushes. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. I'm looking for shorts, but obviously not looking to jump in at the open. Wait for some kind of a pullback and then look for the entry. Okay, anyway guys, hope that helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.